720s did not come with very durable coolant reservoirs. They all get damaged and little holes in them right here, so they're not very good. All the ones I've seen are damaged and not functional, so I tried to come up with a different solution. It wasn't very good, so I actually went on Amazon, picked up this little TIG welded aluminum unit. It was only a couple of bucks, so we're actually going to see how good it is today. Got a bushing going on here with an O-ring. That's the way the box came. There's not a lot of face on this one, or a lot of MPT threads to bite through in that, so that could be a potential source for leaks. And I got a plug right here. The factory screw was that holds the coil mount in place was actually coming through and poking the back of my new reservoir, so I had to replace it with a bolt that now comes through that way. Alright, we're all held in place with some self-tapping screws there. Sticks out nice and safe on the other side, so it should be mint. The coil mount had to be relocated slightly on this side, so I just adjusted the angle to clearance the little level check finder there. Everything's reinstalled now. Camera mount broke, so filming is a little bit more difficult right now. I just need to put a little safety wire on the connection down there. Got some safety wire all nicely tied on there, so now we'll fill up with some water and see if it holds water. So the new tank is installed and it looks very nice, but it leaks right there at that fitting. And the issue that I'm having is the factory actually came with an O-ring and quite a bit of material right here for the O-ring to rest on. But the bushing I had to use to adapt down to the right size here barely has any material for the O-ring to grab onto. And because the wall on this tank is so thin, it's not threaded very far in, so there's not a lot of NPT threads there to grab, so it's just going to leak if it doesn't have an O-ring. So the solution that I've come up with, due to a part shortage, is to use this little adapter widget here to go from some thicker hose to the smaller hose for the radiator, as the bung that came with the tank will fit onto the bigger hose, and then I can reduce it down to the right size for the radiator. So that's the solution for now. Still no camera mount, so stick with me for this part. Got a little bit of hose onto this with a little safety wire there, so I'm going to install this, and then I ran her a little long just because getting it worked way down in there, I didn't want to run out of hose. Well, the hose was too long to make the bend around at the end, so I had to aggressively prune the fitting, and we'll see if it'll fit now. The newly pruned fitting is allowing me to run a 90-degree after it. So, got a little speed wire on there. I've had bad experiences with these in the past, hence the double wrapping there. So we got a setup that's working here, no leaks, but this is a little bit sketchy right here. I took a safety wire and a hose clamp because the barb at the adapter right here is the wrong size on that side. So the solution here actually is to just run the factory hose from the radiator over to the right angle here. Factory hose from the radiator to the right angle over here, and that should work out pretty minty. The hose barb on the output of the tank is actually really large, so 3/8 hose fit it just fine. And then I assumed that this hose had a different ID when really it was just a different OD, so these are both actually mostly more or less 3/8 inch hoses, so I'll be able to run this from here all the way to my right angle, no problem. So the hose here is a little bit aged, probably about 30 years aged to be honest, so we're just going to snip the end here and give her a send. 30 years isn't that bad for a hose. It's just rubber. All right, we got everything nailed down. We've got this nice little minty fresh factory hose running along here. 30 years old because rubber doesn't age. Running down to the little right angle there. Got a little safety wire on there. That was a huge pain. Yeah, everything should be mint now. Let's see if it leaks. Took the old unit out for a test drive, got her up to temperature, warmed up real good. The little level came up on my little level indicator there. Level came up on my little level indicator there, so that's working good. No leaks. Everything's tight. Got my little 90-degree going there. So after relocating all the coils and drilling some holes in this bracket and taking it off and putting it all back on again, we're ready to go and looking good. So if everything else is good, this is the wrap up. So with no camera stand, I'll be signing off. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.